what's gonna happen to the handling? If I take a corner too fast, am I gonna friggin' fly off the road because now I'm more prone to oversteer? I totally understand if you're watching this video, you get to this part and you're like, yep, no, I'm not doing it. All right, so I'm making this video because no one talks about going square, one, on a Lexus, two, even when they do talk about going square, a lot of these videos, they're talking about going to the track. No one talks about what happens on a daily driver. If I go square, supposedly you're gonna have more oversteer. Does that mean when I take a corner, I'm gonna like slide out or something? I'm here to answer all your questions. It's Mickey Mouse on the Lexus GS350 channel. Tell it how it is, the good, and trust me, there is some bad to going square. It's not all rainbows. So I'm actually gonna give you guys a spoiler. For me, the pros outweigh the cons. You gotta stick around to the end of the video to find out the reasons. 5 pros and 2 cons. Pro number 1, and it's gonna be cheaper tires. You're gonna get cheaper tires for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is you're gonna get 4 of the exact same sizes. So companies are more willing to give you some sort of discount if you're buying 4 of the same one. Reason number 2 is going square allows you to run a little bit less wide in the rear. If you're running less wide in the rear, you're gonna save maybe about 50 to 100 bucks. I mean, it's not a lot. An extra 100 bucks in my pocket versus Michelin's pocket, it's staying in my pocket. Pro number 2, yeah, like 2. Maybe we should cut that out. All right, pro number 2 is you're gonna have a much bigger selection of tires. This one I was actually surprised by. I thought maybe like it was gonna be, I don't know, 2 times bigger selection. For this set of wheels, 235, 40, 19 versus 265, 35, 19. The difference is 4 times. You're gonna have 4 times the selection. Pro number 3 is you have the potential to run a lighter setup. So me, I'm running 8.5 square on both wheels. And instead of running like an 8.5 here and a 9.5 here, I just have a lighter wheel. I save maybe like 5 pounds, 3 pounds, having a 1 less wide wheel. Well, how do you say less wide, Cookie? Is there a word for that? No, like less wide? No, it's not smaller. It's like not even thinner. Maybe thinner, skinnier? I need to Google it. The word is narrow. I'm a damn fool. Go back to friggin' second grade. Now you might be saying, well, Eddie, your head's not screwed on straight because now you're not gonna have as much rear traction in the back. And Donut did a really good job of explaining it. Just because your wheel is narrower doesn't mean that you lose traction. You have more contact on the road as opposed to it being wider. And if you saw my 060 why lightweight wheels are worth it video, a lot of people in the comments roasted me for not having a super scientific approach to measuring my 060. I got like a 5.2 seconds estimate. So it's an estimate, guys. For sure, I didn't lose traction. And I'm on all seasons too. I don't even have summer tires. Pro number 4, I'm not gonna babble too much about this because it's like the most obvious thing. And it's probably the main reason a lot of people want to go square is that you can rotate your tires. Put the fronts in the back, backs in the front. I'm not gonna babble too much about it because it's like super obvious. You know what, let's just move on. Pro number 5. This is the one thing I was wondering, like, what's gonna happen to the handling? If I take a corner too fast, am I gonna friggin' fly off the road because now I'm more prone to oversteer? No one answers this question, and the answer is the car feels the same. At least for daily driving. Maybe if I took my car to the track, if I pushed it like to the absolute limit, I would feel a difference. But I pushed it pretty hard on the road, and the car has never even given out like a hint of oversteer. I've taken the car up to the canyons. I tried keeping up with Stephen Brooks. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. You get all these benefits. There's no drawback when it comes to the handling, and definitely no drawback when it comes to the acceleration. In my opinion, it's 95% the quality of your tire. Guys, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. There's definitely some cons to going square. This con I'm gonna talk about, there's like so much going on. I got the Amazon guy here. My mom telling me go eat, freaking dog barking. I'm trying to make my video, man. Gotta stay focused. Block out all the distractions. And the first distracting thing is actually this right here, the fitment. There's no way to hide it. If you go square, you see how my front, I would definitely say it's not flush, but it's closer to flush. But look how sunken the rear is.
Why so weak? So weak.
I totally understand if you're watching this video, you get to this part and you're like, yep, no, I'm not doing it.
Nope.
What I'm about to say is probably one of the most controversial things on this channel, but I actually kind of like the tucked look.
What?
Well, you know, let me explain myself. I do have appreciation for a perfectly fitted wheel when and only when there's no gap. Oh shoot, actually, what the heck? I didn't realize I was running that low. But for sure there's a gap up there. If there's no gap, then I think it looks really nice. But if there is a gap, I don't know. I just think a slightly tucked look looks a lot better. Con number 2, I have not personally really experienced myself. One time, I think in my head, like I might have experienced it, but tram lining. And if you don't know what tram lining is, it's when your car follows the imperfections on the road, like going down the freeway and your car kind of steers to the left. Steven, the last guy you guys saw in my video, where I got football fielded, absolutely demolished in the canyons, he went square and he experienced this. And we think maybe because he had a slightly wider square setup than I do, or maybe it's just the freeways in his area. But you know, I respect his opinion. He is the GS suspension master. So that's why I'm including in this video. All right, so what's the conclusion? You know, what's my opinion? You know, my final verdict. If you're buying aftermarket wheels and you don't mind the fitment, then just go square. Those 5 pros, they're definitely gonna help you out. If you're buying aftermarket wheels and you do mind the fitment, yeah, 100%, go staggered. It's gonna look a lot nicer. You don't have to rent spacers if you want to get it perfect. If you have OEM wheels, you can actually buy another set of the fronts and just throw them back there. Get all these benefits while still keeping the OEM look. Only problem is finding the OEM fronts. I mean, if you find like a good deal on like Marketplace or OfferUp, I would jump on it. But would I go out of my way to do it? No, not really. I don't think the $1,000 you're gonna spend is gonna make up for those pros. Lip is coming soon, a brand new lip. I'm also gonna finally fix this, and I'm gonna fill in all the rock chips, all the paint, because I'm gonna take the bumper off. Also, you ain't to the end of the video, so if you want your own Lexus key fob, I got this, sport blue color. Use promo code ekcstore.com. End of the video, 5% off. All right, guys, peace.